Hey guys, welcome. My name is Johnny, and today I want to give a practice which I believe is extremely important when we're on the spiritual path to do, especially when it comes to the embodiment process post-awakening. But even pre-awakening, it is immensely helpful to do, and I don't see it talked about a lot, but it's very important, very helpful, and what that practice is quite simple as well. And that is bringing our attention to the body, bringing our awareness from the back of the head and just focusing it into our body and feeling sensations in the body. And why this practice is so important is because pretty much everyone on this earth has probably a lot of repressed emotions. Everyone's got repressed emotions. And what I mean by repressed emotions are emotions that we, as a young age, learned to hide or repress or not feel, or the emotions were too painful at the time to feel, so they were stored in our body. And it's just not taught these days how to process emotions properly. You know, you have to seek that out. It's not common knowledge knowing how to process emotions. And what happened to most people on this planet is just the way life was, and the way that life is sort of structured these days. You know, it's all very mind-based. You know, we go to school and we learn, and it's all about thoughts and thinking. And what happened was we learnt to sort of always be up in our head from a young age. And we neglected being in the body and being with the intelligence and intuition that resides within the body. You know, society is just mind and head based, and all our attention and focus is up here. But the problem with being in our heads is we're out of touch with feelings, body, intuition, all the good stuff that comes with the body. And we've lost touch with that part of ourselves. We're all very head focused. So I think it's particularly important, especially these days. Now, some people may be naturally more in their body, but I know most people aren't. I myself, always very been in my head until I started following the spiritual path and learnt the importance of bringing my awareness into the body. And what it does a few things. One, as you bring your awareness into the body, it can, this is, I guess, a bit of a warning, it can bring up uncomfortable emotions that have been sitting there waiting to be seen. You don't know what you've sort of repressed. So the journey into the body is, be prepared, because you could find some things that you don't like. But there's also a lot of good things. You'll find that you've repressed good emotions and, bliss and laughter, but also things like anger. And it's a good way of we can get to repressed emotions psychologically, through therapy and things like that. But we can also get to them through just being completely in our body. And sometimes we just rest our attention into the body by focusing on our feet or our hands, and sort of letting that expand, and then let that expand, and just get used to wherever you can feel. But then you'll start finding some places you start using the intuition of the body to go focus your attention in places you feel might need them. Or maybe there's a place you can't feel this part of your body as you start getting into practice. Maybe there's a reason you can't feel anything there, and you start moving your attention into that part. And this is great pre-awakening, post-awakening, because processing unprocessed emotions is a very important aspect of embodying spirituality along the path. Because no matter how many insights you've had, if you haven't dealt with your shit, it will manifest and come up in some form, and will still affect your behavior, and still affect, it will affect you, or negatively affect you, no matter what you tell yourself in your head. Your attention has to be in the body. And what also happens when you're in the body, you start becoming more open and sensitive, and you actually start to feel more alive. You start getting more of an energy flow throughout your system, because you're actually bringing awareness and focus, which was all concentrated in the head, through whatever method, by just breathing into the body or just focusing your attention where you can. All that attention and focus that was used to the brain starts, giving life to the body. And when we're not so head focused, we can actually detach from thoughts easier, because our attention is actually being used up from the body and the senses and being in the moment. And we're not so thought based, as thoughts will start to slow down as well. So there's a lot of benefits to just focusing your attention in the body. One, repressed emotions brings you present, starts bringing more energy and life to your body. And in a way it's also shadow work. It's feeling it's making whatever's unconscious conscious. And you can just process that emotion and sit with it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.